Hello and welcome to my awesome health journey. I am Brett Dupree, here to talk to you about my awesome health journey. And one of the fun parts about my awesome health journey at this point that I started noticing is I'm having thin days. Days where I feel thin. And then I know what you're thinking. Brett, you're a big fat tub of goo. How can you be feeling thin? To which I reply, that was very mean of you. Why would you even say that? I mean, seriously, I'm a human being with a heart of gold and sensitive. You should be only thinking nice things about me. All joking aside, but what I'm talking about is this interesting equilibrium that happens when you start working out, especially when you start being out of shape. And I've reached what I like to call an equilibrium. Basically, this equilibrium happens when you start working out. When I start working out, this took a while to get to, so usually it hits a little sooner, not a year and 4 months, or 3 months, 4 months, like it has this time. But this equilibrium is when you start out very out of shape and you're a heavier person. Or at least, I guess I'm talking about my experience. When I'm very out of shape as a heavier person, everything is difficult. Getting out of bed, difficult. Getting up from a chair, difficult. Walking to get the mail, difficult. Legs hurt, everything hurts. And that's the same with working out. And then the shirts that fit, they barely fit. There might be tightness in the buttons on the bottom, and it sucks. And you're like, oh man, I'm so big, I should work out someday. Me. And then you don't because I feel bad about myself. I don't because I feel bad about myself. So I eat a tub of ice cream. That's generally, or I say I'll start tomorrow for 3 or 4 months, or I'll start next week 3 or 4 months, or I'll start next month 1 or 2 years, or whatever. But then I start working out, and I start eating better, to the point where the weight drops. And the muscles grow, and the heart gets stronger, and all of a sudden, you reach this equilibrium. And this equilibrium happens when the shirts start feeling loose. I think it's time for new exercise shirts, to be honest. These are almost feeling like dresses. And when your muscles when my muscles, I don't want to keep on using the second person, my muscles are starting to be able to feel comfortable carrying my weight. And so at 450 pounds, which is what I am now, is my muscles feel fine while I'm walking. My muscles feel fine when I'm getting out of bed. My muscles feel fine when I'm getting up from a chair. It's like I feel strong enough to carry my body. And if I don't feel bloated that day, I just feel thin, is the only way I can explain it. It's like I don't feel like thin. I just feel like comfortable in my body because I reached an equilibrium. I still want to work out. This doesn't mean I'm in shape. I can't jog or anything yet, or go, I can't really push myself as hard as I'd like to, but I can carry my body in a normal way. And a lot of times when I'm out of shape, when I was super young, I could hit this equilibrium in 2 weeks of not working out for 6 months. 2 weeks later, I hit the equilibrium. And as it goes more, being fatter and fatter and older, it takes longer. Which leads to the next part. The next part is super fun. I used to hit this in wrestling a lot, when I used to just drop a lot of weight and keep my muscle. This was just the part. This is the part where it's you feel like Goku at the weight when he's working out with weights, and he just drops the weight and he's super strong. And so my hope is I reach the point of feeling beyond where the equilibrium goes to the next level, where all of a sudden my muscles, which were good enough to carry 450 pounds, and as let's say I lose 40 more pounds, and I don't lose that much muscle mass, that's 40 pounds less muscle for my body to move, and all of a sudden I just feel stronger and lighter, and it's amazing. I remember that in wrestling a lot. The last time I felt this was 2018, I think, or 2017, when I went from 390 to 330 in like 6 months. And that hitting 330, I felt freaking light as a feather. I felt like I like jump super, just like my muscles from all the walking I was doing got to the point where I could carry 390, but all of a sudden now my body's 330, and so that's like 60 pounds off the body. It's a fun part about losing weight. It's probably one of the funnest part is that moment of just like, oh my god, everything is so light. How am I so strong? And it almost feels like a superpower for a little bit, and then you re-hit that equilibrium, I think. I don't know. Do you? I mean, wrestling, I would have to re-hit it because I just can't work. I can't wrestle for an entire year. That's a lot of freaking working out. Wrestling is the second hardest thing I've done since now, which is working out of shape. But I don't know. This is like I've never been consistently like lost weight for like a year or so, right? Like I've generally done 6 months and then 6 months off or a year off. So yo-yoing. So yeah, I've never had it last. So I'm curious what is going to happen because I'm planning on 100% carry this out to the long term, continue to work out and continue to eat healthier and hopefully get more of this fat off my body and build more muscle. When I reach that point of beyond equilibrium, where my muscles are still trying to carry that heavy weight, but my body weight is lower, does it get back to an equilibrium where I just feel thin instead of light? I'll find out. It's probably not the best words, because thin is 450 pounds, which is what I am now, and light it's probably going to be like 420, 400. I mean, yeah, if I lose, like, on these Ozempic, I start losing like 10, 15 pounds. In 4 months, I lose 50, right? Around 50 pounds. I'm going to hit that light feeling. You should see my freaking calves are huge. I'll be all of a sudden be lifting, 50 less pounds off your body and just pick up 50 pounds and walk up and down the stairs and then drop those 50 pounds. That's what life will feel like, at least for a little while. It's going to be exciting. So I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. I just hit that point where I'm feeling just comfortable-ish. Well, I'm still I don't like going up and down stairs yet, but I'm able to normally, what I mean normally, at least up. Down's harder because that's just harder on my knees and ankles, but when I'm light, I'll probably be able to do that easy peasy lemon squeezy, but we'll see. So yeah, this is a nice light one. Hope you have a great day.